This is the Sunday edition of the 217 Recovery Podcast. Tonight's episode was carefully selected by Marney.
Could be little, could be big. But going back out is not the answer.
Sit back, relax, or do whatever it is you do, and enjoy Marney's Sunday night replay.
It might be childish, sure, but that's kind of what drugs do, you know?
This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
Checking the microphones, going good.
It is going good. It is the 6th of August, 2020, Thursday today. My name is Corey Winfield. Joining me in the studio once again, I feel privileged. This is 2 shows in a row. Marney Liston. Marney, hi.
Hi, happy Thursday.
Yeah, welcome to the 217 Recovery Podcast. Today, a lot of things going on, and I'm excited, and I'm confused. I forget a lot, but I'm really excited, though. One of the things I want to mention is we officially are going forward with having a 217 Recovery app.
Yay.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can still go listen on iHeartRadio. You can listen on Apple Podcasts. Feel free. You know, Spotify, however you listen, you know, you can continue to do that. Or you can download the 217 Recovery app.
So you can just go to the App Store.
Go to the App Store, go to the Play Store and Google. Whatever.
Sweet.
Yeah. And I don't think there's going to be any games on there, but it seems like there should be.
Should I do it right now?
Well, you can't do it right now. I mean, we just started it today, and then they have to publish it through. So it'll take, I guess, maybe like a week or so for it to hit the Google Play Store. And I got to finish designing it, too. So maybe about a week or so, but at least I can officially announce that, yes, we will have an app.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah. So that way when Marney and Anna and Jay, they post their blogs, and when I post my blog, you'll get a notification on your phone. When we do new podcasts, you'll get a notification on your phone, and you can listen right there, right on your phone, through the app. Or like I said, if you don't want to get the app, I don't know why you wouldn't, but it's going to be there for you. So
yeah, there's an app for that.
Yeah, there is an app for that. And looking forward to that. And then our transportation service that we've been trying to do, and not really trying to do, but we've been doing, just not as much as we would hoped. We have a plan for that now, and I think it's a really good plan. I sent it to Courtney, a good friend of the podcast. She does work with Skywood Recovery in Kalamazoo, or Augusta, just outside of Kalamazoo, and she's like, "Wow, that's good stuff, man." So she was digging it, and just got to do some reaching out. But I think that things are finally, hopefully, happening on that aspect. And we've been talking about it for a long time, but things are starting to kind of come around. And yesterday, I was trying to be productive, so I was being unproductive.
Again.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather have fun than do what I would consider work. And so one thing that I do, and this has like helped me tremendously, just kind of get out of myself for a minute, is make t-shirts. You know, like we don't actually make the physical t-shirt, but we make the designs and logos, and we put them on the shirts and we give them to people. And it's something that, for me, it's creative, it's fun, it's time consuming, and at the end of the day, you can finish it. You know, there's a result. When you get done, boom, there it is. And normally I'll put the logo on a little crooked. I don't know what my problem is with that. It's very frustrating. I only do it to my shirts, though, which is really weird.
Each shirt is unique.
Yeah, and they're all mine. I told you, I'm just going to start putting it on the left boob. That way, it'll be right in the center. But no, at least it'll look at. I mean, I don't know. I get this big logo that's supposed to be in the center, and it's like off about 3 inches. I'm like, how in the hell did I do that again? But anyway, I was designing some stuff, and I thought that picture that I took of my nephew, which if you've seen the video that we have, which if you haven't, you need to go check that out, 217recovery.com. It's my nephews and me talking about, you know, I don't know if they're going to struggle with addiction. But anyway, one of the pictures is the picture I took with him, and you were there at the beach, and I asked him if he had peed in the lake, and he gave me a thumbs up. And I took the picture. And actually it was video, but I did take a picture of him too. And so I used that picture, and then I kind of reversed the saturation and the black and white and stuff like that. And so it kind of has like his
silhouette.
Yeah, silhouette of him giving the thumbs up. And then I put, addiction doesn't discriminate against children. And I don't know where that came from or whatever, but last night I kind of woke up and that's all I could think about. And then I started like envisioning like this billboard, which I don't think a billboard on the side of the road would be the best way to spend money to advertise to people. But, you know, that's one of the things that we want to do, is to get the message out about recovery, is about the next generation coming up. You know, they don't have to face the same difficulties that I faced, that you faced. And I don't think I'm facing the difficulties that my grandfather would have had to face. You know, my grandfather, my Winfield grandfather, who I didn't even really know. It doesn't have to be such a deep, dark secret. You know, if someone wants help, they should get help. You know, if you cut your toe off and you go to the hospital to get help, people expect that. Well, why is it so different with somebody who's suffering from addiction? You know, they deserve help too. And we shouldn't have to, you know, well, I don't know, I might have to go to a meeting later. We don't have to hide it. We can just say, yeah, I'm going to a meeting later because I'm in recovery. I decided that I changed my life and I didn't want to live that way anymore. And I didn't know how, and it was hard to get out. But I'm out, I'm in recovery, things are going great. I donate my time and I do things for the community and for other people. I'm productive, you know, instead of, oh, yeah, well, old Clarence there, he's got them drug problems going on, and, you know, he just on that sauce. You know, it doesn't have to be that way. And, you know, for the younger generation, you know, we should be there for them and to teach them that it's okay. You know, it's okay to ask for help. And so I just kept laying all night last night just thinking, and like I really want to like talk to my nephews and see where like a 5-year-old's mind is. I mean, obviously they probably don't even know what addiction is, but I want to explain to them and, you know, just maybe get a little bit on video. And then I start thinking, well, we need to like produce a video for like kids. And of course with school, who knows what's going on with that? I guess some schools are probably going back like 100%. Some are like, oh, we're going to do online and go back. But one thing they're probably not doing is having assemblies. Yeah. You know, they're not going to, we can't go up there and speak on stage in front of kids. So, well, what can we do? You know, how can we reach the kids? So I started thinking about, you know, Nate at Channel 9 and 10 here in Traverse City. And it's like, okay, well, he does video stuff, you know, like maybe we can reach the kids that way. And, you know, just the whole messaging of, you know, addiction doesn't discriminate against children, I think is a good one. And, you know, help us support that message and let's get the word out. And, you know, I think that could really help us in our efforts to, you know, receive donations. And this is what we're doing with your money. You know, we're making videos for kids and we're having fun with it. And we're playing the Baby Shark song at the beginning so we know they got their attention or whatever we need to do. But I don't know, just those kind of things are just what I was thinking about last night instead of sleeping. So I even woke you up. I was like, hey, this idea. And you're like, okay, let me go back to sleep. But
no, I think that's a great idea. Yeah. I remember, I think the last and only real introduction to quote unquote drugs was that This Is Your Brain.
Yeah.
I think literally that's what just sticks out in my head.
Did you have the same guy with like curly hair?
You mean like actual in-person presentation? I'm sure not.
Oh, they didn't come to your school.
I guess we weren't cool as Coloma.
No, it didn't happen in your school.
No. No, I don't remember. But I know, I mean, we did have an assembly. I just can't remember.
The guy who came to our class.
But the whole This Is Your Brain thing, I do remember that. That was a commercial, I think, too.
Oh, Nancy Reagan. No, this guy, yeah, he came in. He had like a duck shirt or something.
That was a big thing. Yeah. Dare to keep a kid off drugs. I don't even remember what that stands for, honestly. Do you?
I don't. People are like, wow. What?
I know. This is sad.
Drugs are really easy.
No, that's not even close. Anyway.
But, yeah, so that guy, I mean, he came to our school and he had like he was like curly hair, like a little perm. But see, I was a couple of years older than you, so the perm was still in for dudes back then, I guess. And he came in and he was trying to tell a story about drugs and this and that. And I remember it was 4th grade, Mrs. Van Isinga. I think that was the teacher that I had. And we were just kind of like, all right, cool, man, nice shirt.
All right, are you ready?
Yep.
Drug abuse resistance education.
Someone to prove that, huh?
Apparently so. I remember the T-shirts. They're like black with red letters.
Mm-hmm. That was like the only cool thing about it, but the fact that we couldn't remember it.
And I don't think I ever knew that.
Yeah, even if I did, I wouldn't. So maybe I don't feel so bad. Maybe people listening are like, yeah, I have no idea what that meant either, man.
Yeah.
But the shirts were cool. Yeah, that's all you need to know. I met with Score today, and they're like, yeah, we don't know what this one guy is a new guy. They always say the same things and tell me this and that, and I'm just kind of like, okay, man, this is the same thing that you're telling me that other people have told me, but let me tell you that we've already done all that. But so I listened, and he's like, 217 recovery, I don't know what that means. I don't know. I was like, okay, I'll go to our website. You'll kind of understand maybe, but I don't know. I need to clean up the website, and especially for getting the app. So I kind of changed the website around a little bit. But yeah, maybe I do need to do a better job of explaining what 217 recovery means.
Yeah.
A little too late to change the name now. And
yeah, for sure.
And, you know, people can't understand what it means. And I don't know if they think it's an area code in Illinois. Well, they're wrong. But, hey, at least they think it stands for something. Like, I just thought DARE stood for drugs are really easy. You know, and it's...
I figured it was not that,
well,
but
yeah,
I didn't know the answer, but now we do.
Yeah. But no, 217 was the room I was in. Last time in treatment, and just if this is the first time you've listened to the podcast, I'll just mention it real quick. I've been to treatment many times, and in this room 217 with Rob and Matt, we had a lot of great talks, and we had a lot of fun.
Sexual relationship.
No, none of that. A little late on that too, by the way. But no, we had a lot of fun in that room, and we talked about things, and that's when I really kind of clicked that. Yeah, like these are the things I need to work on with myself. It's not somebody else's fault. Someone else might be making me mad, but I'm letting myself be mad. And why am I mad? Why am I angry? You know, like what's really going on? And we would have some really good talks until Rob would fall asleep because he'd have Seroquel and I've never seen so many people fall asleep, especially Rob, like in the middle of eating something, a sandwich. It didn't matter. He'd be and it just be on his chest. I'm like, bro, like you have a sandwich on your chest. Wake up. So then we would start saying stuff. And one time we were playing, I think, MFK, Marry, Beep, Kill, and I threw out like the most ridiculous for Rob. And I think they were all guys. And he like woke up and was like, what are you doing? That's not even... And Matt and I laughed so hard because like he was dead to the world until I mentioned that to him. And he had to pick one for each category. And yeah, he flew up out of bed. Like, wait, hold on, no. I'm like, all right, we're just going to pick them for you. So, yeah. So that's a little bit about 217, where that comes from. And then recovery is obviously something that we're in, and we're trying to promote, you know, fun in recovery and just being in recovery, not having to hide from it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're a little early on the podcast today. Because,
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared. Well, not that we're ever really prepared, but it's just like it's bright outside, middle of the day. You know, can't really recap the day because it's not even over yet. But got exciting plans with my family tonight. We're going to dinner. My mom's. Yeah. I'm not going out to dinner, but we're going to have a themed potluck every Thursday.
Every Thursday?
Every Thursday. Didn't I tell you that?
No, you didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, we are.
I think I'm supposed to work Thursdays now. I'm supposed to.
Is that how I get you to work? That was a joke, kind of.
Funny. So
No, but we're having Italian food tonight, so we're making lasagna. It's going to be good. My sister's a vegetarian, so. Yeah, there's actually some pretty good stuff that I've figured out you can make that's a vegetarian that I wouldn't have expected.
Well, I know something that...
Sexual relationship.
What?
Ugh, God. Anyway.
I didn't hit that. So, yeah, so that sounds like fun for the next, week or two?
No, it's ongoing.
Okay. Hey, it's something to be said, though, seriously. Like, being able to spend time with your family and being able to set up... I mean, I think that's great, though. Once a week,
Well, and that's the thing, too, is this sounds like a really small thing to bring up. Like, why would you bring that up on a podcast? I mean, other than the fact of just kind of talking about what's going on with me and my world. But these are the kind of things that I'm able to do today. These are the kind of things that I celebrate and that I'm not scared of. If you would have asked me, year and a half ago today, like, I wouldn't have even talked to my parents, let alone be having set up and made plans. And this has been in the mix for like the last, almost like a week ago, we decided we were going to shoot for doing this every Thursday. And I'm excited about it. It's not like, oh God, I got to stay sober enough to be there. Mm-hmm. I'm serious. These are the things I think about. Got to be sober enough to be there. Got to make it for a time that I can hopefully be like awake and coherent. And hopefully I'd be able to swing in and swing out of there as fast as possible,
Just so you can get back to drinking.
Just so check that box, and I don't look at, that's the farthest thing of how I look at spending time with my family these days, and it's amazing. It's awesome. It's fun to be around. I got little nephews that are little monkey crazy guys, and they're so much fun. And have the relationship with my sister is better than it's ever been, like, in my life, honestly. When you're kids, you get along with your siblings, but it's different, and the age gap when you're, like, 6 and 9 or, 10 and 13 seems so gigantic. There's, like, we have nothing in common, or, other than just, like, yeah, it's my sister. You don't really... establish that closeness. And now that we're, adults, it's completely different, and it's amazing. And, I'm blessed to have her back here actually, it's all because of this COVID thing that's really the only good thing that COVID's really, done for, like, me and my life. But, it is what it is. And so, and her husband's amazing. He's an awesome man. And then obviously spend time with my mom and her friend, and so it's been really cool to be able to rekindle those relationships. Recovery's given that to me.
Yeah. So when I'm kind of joking, playing the whole guy role in that whole scenario of, oh, I gotta go to your families. Oh, I'm gonna have to start working. I'm just joking, but. The nephews, I should start having them play games like the quiet game, or, like, how can I interact with them, to make them, if they're, running around the living room all going, wild ass, I'm like, okay, well, what game can we play? How can I interact here that's going to make a difference and maybe have them calm down, because I don't believe in, like, yelling at kids. I mean, they're kids, man.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah. And what's hard too is, like, when you're around, even when I first started hanging around them, you're like this shiny new penny kind of thing. So it's, they want to, like, impress you. Mm-hmm. And it seems like every time, and I think even adults feel like this when they're around people, or kids mostly, that they aren't around enough, or very often, is that everything needs to be like an event. Everything needs to be excitement. And, you can't just enjoy downtime, because they want to show you this and show you that and what they can do. And, it's, so you're kind of out of the element of them just being like themselves, and, them coloring quietly or playing on their iPad, which every 6-year-old has now.
I got something for him.
It's crazy, man. I didn't have an iPad. I just barely got an iPad, and I'm 40. It's not fair. I don't know. We'll see how they turn out.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding. That's
something that worked for my nephews, and I'll try it tonight. We'll bring some paper with us, but paper airplanes. And
they would
stuff out of paper.
love that.
Oh,
do you know how to make them though?
Yeah, just like flipped out and loved it. And then there's YouTube videos, and he tried to get me to make dinosaurs. I'm like, bro, I'm not all about that. I can make you a throwing star and some airplanes. That's about it. And then he started like watching YouTube videos, and it's funny. I probably already showed you the video. He was making a ninja sword. But when he said, hey, I want to make a ninja sword, it didn't sound like he said ninja. It sounded like he said another N-word. And I was like, wait, what? And I was like rolling, and I was recording him, and he's like, I was like, I'm sorry, what? I said it again. He's like, ninja sword. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought you were saying something else there, man. But it was funny. It was cute. But yeah, he started
say
making,
the darndest things.
Yeah, swords. And then the Iron Man was big at that time. So he made like an Iron Man, like, fist thing with a paper and put the little gemstones or whatever they're called in them. And he still to this day, he's starting to give up on it a little bit. But I would come around and he'd be like, hey, and that's the first thing he'd ask me, you want to make blah blah blah? And I'm like, no. I don't know what I got myself into. But no, it's fun though, and we'll bust that out today, and I bet that'll keep him entertained.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so that's fun with family.
Yes.
Fun with a new app in a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. We'll tell you exactly when to look for that. But yeah, it should make it easier for people, like I said, to read the blog and to just get the app, download the app. Mm-hmm. And we'll have to create more things. And there's a woman who I want to reach out to. Her name's Amanda, but she posts stuff from the Big Book every day. It seems like on a Facebook fan page, and I wonder if that'd be something that, I'm sure everybody can just go to whatever and look anyway, but if you're already at 217recovery.com and you're reading a blog and you want to, the thought for the day or whatever you want to, check out, and if it's right there for you, then, mm-hmm. more the merrier, I guess. And there's probably an easy way where I wouldn't need her to do that, but I can just link something to it. And I don't know if there's features that you think that we should have, or there's probably going to be a community page where people can post stuff as well. But if there's something you're thinking, man, I wish there was an app for that, or I wish we had that on a recovery app, let us know and we'll make it happen.
For sure.
It's Marney at 217recovery.com. Mm-hmm. Corey, Corey at 217recovery.com. And if you want to drop Anna a line, I think she's still wanting people to go Bigfoot hunting with her. Or squatch hunting, I think she called it. Mm-hmm. It's Anna at 217recovery.com. But drop her an email, drop Marney an email. Appreciate you listening. We're going to get off the podcast. I just love seeing Marnie's face when she thinks I'm bringing up sexual stuff.
Sexual relationship.
All right. Shout outs, though, real quick, though. Luke, my man George, my man Andrew. This is probably their first podcast they're listening to, and they're probably thinking, what the hell, man? Mm-hmm. Got to say what's up to Michelle. She's been listening. She's been a member of the group on Facebook for about a month, so throw her a shout out. And then Jaleisha, throw her a shout out. She was in treatment. No, she wasn't. Well, she was. Well, I don't know. Whatever, man. Just take that as it is. But yeah, so shout out to all of them. And you wanted to give a shout out
to... well, let's see. I want to give a shout out to
Pookie.
my friend Michelle, who I went to with the beach the other day. She's a good friend of mine.
Well, her name is
Michelle.
What's up,
Another Michelle. Yeah.
Michelle.
Yeah, I hadn't seen her in a long time. I used to work with her years and years and years ago.
What'd you do when you worked with her?
I was a server.
Where at?
J&S Hamburg here in Traverse City.
Oh, really? Was it good?
It was, really good.
Their food 1 to 10.
Their food 1 to 10. Are we talking breakfast or burgers?
Burgers.
8.
Breakfast.
8.
Not 9?
No.
What was it wrong? Was it the cook?
Nothing wrong. I don't know. There's room for improvement. What do you...
Was it like the bun soggy? Or
No. I guess it depends on what you order, but I worked there, so I knew what to get.
Who's the bitchiest person you worked with there?
I'm not answering that question.
Who was the coolest person you worked with there?
Michelle.
Okay.
And Heather was cool, too. My girl, Heather. She listens.
Oh, your girl, Heather?
Mm-hmm. She's cool.
I'll never meet her, will I?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Both of them. I knew them when I was sober before. I knew them when I went back out. I
Did
knew
they
them
ever
this
tell
time
you,
around.
Marney?
Yeah. They
You gotta
did.
leave that dude.
Oh, yeah. Actually, they did.
And you're like, you don't know. I love him.
Well,
No.
anyway. We're not.
Anyway,
that's
finish
a
your
whole
shout
other
outs. I'm
show.
not sure how
Okay.
you're getting
Yeah.
off topic all
Okay.
the time.
Sorry. I want to do a shout out to Tyler. He's
up,
a new
Tyler?
listener.
How you doing?
Yeah, he actually is going to be a guest on our podcast. He's got a lot of good things to say. He's early in recovery. He's got a story like all of us. A shout out to April.
What's up, April?
She's out doing her thing and staying sober and doing awesome.
Cool. I don't think we have a guest on Saturday, but then Sunday, my boy Zach, we were in treatment together, is going to be on the show. He just got his year, I want to say on the 8th of July, so a month ago. So I'm excited to talk to him, and he's kind of not a celebrity, but I don't know. He can sing a little bit. Let's just put it that way.
Do you think he'll sing for us?
Don't spoil the surprise.
Okay.
But he might.
Okay.
He might. But no, looking forward to having Zach on Sunday. And yeah, so great. Have a wonderful day, and we'll let you know if anything new happens between now and Saturday.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. For more episodes plus bonus features, download the 217 Recovery app.